we're back to just doing whatever for a while now. So anything particularly progressing we wanted to do? And there's lots of stuff up here over the other side. That's at 10. Alright, so... got a little bit of info on the tattoos. And she sort of told us who would help, but not to. I'm not doing that. That. I'm going to ask about this borscht again. I already asked about this borscht. The guy told us it's full of vodka. We were like, cool. Can I have some? That was about the extent of the conversation. I don't know what's so interesting about it. They're probably allowed to drink vodka if they want to. Grown men.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
We've sort of already asked
The
about
man
the
says,
borscht.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Oh, I think I only said something cool. I don't think I've actually done all of this. The man says a couple of sentences in a strange language of his, then waits for you to speak. So we don't know what he said. We'll just yes and nod.
Borscht need more vodka?
He picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The
I wanna
place
turn it
is a
up.
powder keg.
I kind of forget the lead of the story, but this is the borscht they're giving the men. I don't think adding more vodka to this whole situation is going to help anything really, as humorous and fun as it would be. I think we're going to say no vodka, cut it. No vodka.
The cook gives you a long,
Disappointed look.
then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
I went in that door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
So when we wanted to do karaoke later, I mean, there's a fair few people here now. Can we do the karaoke now? We went to do it before, but we were advised that it might be better to wait till later, so there's maximum people around for us to... Wow, we got 3 whole skill points. I probably should use some of these. Let's, if I've got all these points, let's think about something. What should we think about? The armor? The 15th Indo tribe? It doesn't give us any negative, which makes me think maybe the bonus won't be that great. Bankruptcy sequence. Humpty Dumpty Dom Center. This one's a pretty short thinking time. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wunder twins Guy and Keith Joost are the stars of the show, while with their bomber jackets and white sneakers. Head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wumpty Domdy Domnius event of the year and all the cool kids of RSPV'd? Where are you if you are not there? Is that intentional, RSPV'd? These things don't really give me much of an idea of what we will get as a bonus. Wasteland of Reality. -2 physical instrument. We could think this because already our physical instrument's so bad. We're not really passing any checks with this anyway. Go from 2 to 0. This might be alright. This might help us. I don't know what this does. Let's think about it. 20 hours though. It won't be till tomorrow. Physical instrument 0. Skill cap reach. Oh shit. I was thinking maybe we could put a point in it so we don't have like a 0, literally 0. Maybe it'll be really bad having actually like totally 0. We're so weak. I've started it now. I'm gonna wing it. Is there anything we can put a point in just for fun? Hand-eye coord. I'm not really sure, like, once you put a point in something, it gets, like, coloured. I don't know if that means anything. Like, if this 3 that we put a point in is sort of coloured in, is that any advantage or anything cool versus just 3 suggestion? Suggestion's pretty good, though. Let's just level this up. I feel like I should put a point in something at least, so we're rolling around something while we're having all these conversations. It could come up. Just keep 1 in the bank if we need it on the spot. Is it time yet?
The stage is all set up for your performance.
I've wanted to do this for a long time. Is it the
You can hear
time?
the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
That's not good.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
We need drama. Let's test the microphone.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Oh no. The hand conundrum, too close to the mic. I made it worse. That just stressed me out. This is a red check too. Oh god. Shouldn't have done that. We can get a little more dramatic though. With the tank top, wherever it is. Drama tank top. What else do we have for drama? Dude, it probably would have been a pretty good roll if I just put this on, put a point in drama. Would have been good. Then I tested that mic. It's made it a lot worse. Dude, Kim's gonna love this. Oh, the bow tie +2 drama. Got so much drama we can add. We're looking very dramatic. We're looking ready to do some karaoke. We look great. That's all. So what is it
The
now?
stage is... You feel...
So, are you ready
Oh,
for your
92%.
thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The dress code, +1 dress code. Insane silk dragon. It's because we're wearing this specifically. That's for this specific gear, isn't it? That's cool. The party dragon silk robe. Let's do it.
The
It's gonna be fun.
stage is all... You feel it.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I'm ready, Gart. Hit play.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Let's go. It's time to perform, baby. You're gonna put our heart and soul into this one.
The tape clicks into the carousel, and then the music starts.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there,
Is that our voice?
the smallest church in San. Though it once was larger, how the real may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there.
I don't think the Union guys are too excited.
I would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Yay! That was beautiful. We heard it in the voice of ancient reptilian brain. Is that actually our voice, how we sound?
Not bad.
Hey, we got a not bad from Gart. That's a big compliment. A rather lonely applause echoes through the mostly empty cafe. Yeah, we probably should have done it later at night and again as well.
Yes, not bad at all.
Thank you. I don't need big crowds. I just need my friends.
Okay, yes. I'm going to unplug the microphone, so you can get off the stage now.
That was fun. It wasn't bad either. I mean, that voice is pretty cool. We should maybe change our clothes. What do we want for a shirt? The drama shirt isn't that bad, I guess. Physical instrument 0. If I put this on, does it even give us 1? Because we're at our... Oh, it still gives us 1. Okay. Even though we were at a cap. Our limit. What was I using this? Oh, this one was minus drama. Could have changed that, but it's all good. Fun. What do we do now? Whatever's good. Oh, we've actually done so many things. Because there's so much Thursday stuff we really could be doing. I'm sort of taking it from the top. Nope, nope, nope. Later. I sort of blew talking to Cindy. She didn't give us that brush, so I'm not really sure how we could do that. No idea how to get the boots. Since the body, we've already removed the body. There's the Ravers thing. I guess we can start heading back over there. There's probably a lot to do. Solve the egghead puzzle. There has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet. I forget what that's about. Annoyed. Yeah, I sort of forget who exactly was who over that side. Guess we'll go over there. Get a cell to talk about her associates. If we set up the nightclub. I don't see how any of this is sort of relevant to the case or what we've been trying to do. The responsibility. The Sunday friend has gone for a stroll along the coast, so yeah, there's heaps of people to talk to. I think we would just go over the other side and just talk to everybody. Oh, this is why we can ask all these people about reality. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. We could go do that since we're close. Surely that's the light bending dude. This classier thing is when Kim's not around. So I guess at nighttime. Need to ask her more about the dead man. Ask a little later when she has collected herself. Alright, we'll go to the light guy and class, yeah, before we head over west. we'll go up there now. Ooh, she's got lots of bottles. Clean up her apartment a bit while we're here. Has it been long enough?
Officer, it's a fine day for
Elysium.
questions.
Legendary. Look her in the eye. We could change our gear and put a point in that and try that. I guess we'll talk to her first. Yeah, it's a time for us to just like seriously question her. We were being a little more careful the first time we spoke to her, but now we need info. Because she sort of denied the assault, saying it wasn't really assault, they were just partying. This is where things get a little weird. The Hardy Boys gave me a recording. They say it proves the deceased's intention to commit assault.
It sounds like the boys would have preferred my saying it did happen. I didn't want to get caught up in this.
She is not at all worried the tape will contradict her statement.
What does that recording say?
We are in the process of listening to it, but haven't yet.
She nods, exhaling a dense cloud of cigarette smoke.
No, we haven't actually listened to it yet. We need to listen to this tape. Dawn Gun and Mega Mix. The boombox. Do we still have that? Isn't that involved in the karaoke? Tape player. Alright, I get. Do we need to leave the room? I imagine we probably don't want to listen to that tape like right here now with her there.
This window is
We need to listen to that tape. What's this? Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not
I don't think
to look
Kim's
at the
actually
pile of
been in
tape
our apartment
viscera
yet.
on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I don't think Kim's actually come in here yet to see the state of our room. Look at this place.
The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
This is where the magic happens.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
We're playing the card game, Crimes Against Humanity, with some friends. That's a real party. Well, crimes against myself, anyway.
I have no idea what that means.
He looks towards the exit longingly. He just wants to leave.
Yes?
So am I able to... listen to this? Is it this one?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. You push Command C, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
Sheesh. Oh, wow, this guy's definitely a hardened up mercenary, up. Is this the sound of the guy? This is the guy who was murdered, who was lynched, his voice, yeah?
Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally.
And Cordy was the other mercenary, the gunner.
I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know,
Jesus.
the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style.
Good lord.
Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
Click, then silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your portal reel. The tape stops spinning.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated.
Still,
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
end of recording.
Who's this Corty? We know who Corty is.
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work,
What's Kohoi?
a village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
The South Safre conflict is an ongoing proxy war between Grad and Safre. It has been hot for 12 years, with the atrocities piling on, mostly committed by the Grad.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, then, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Indeed.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night. The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
There's a lot inappropriate going on here. We'll never listen to it. You want to play that tape like in front of her. Oh, look at us running around with the boombox. Right next to our face. In terms of things that we can hold in our hands, this ledger is the only thing that's giving us stats, isn't it? Those we use, yeah. Let's just put our prying and jimmying bar back there. Am I actually able to click on that weird plank thing? No. It's just outside. Hey, hello.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
We have listened to the recording. The deceased states his intents to commit assault.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
That's what he said, yeah. Those are the exact words he used. Something to that effect. Yeah.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Do you think he was trying to scare people?
No, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, and then had to internalize them to keep on living, until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
She's quite observant about the human character, trained to observe, even.
Coping mechanism?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that.
Very funny joke.
He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
And you spent time with this person? Romantically?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
I guess we'll probably ask all of these, yeah? Where is Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot?
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
As an Orangese yourself, didn't his lack of patriotism annoy you?
No, there's nothing on Moindi. The old world is dead and we both knew it. Come to think of it, Maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
Isn't that's what we guessed, though. We said it should be about 42.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
The lieutenant taps on his notebook once as though assigning some kind of point. I did not know it was a competition, Kim. Or let's just leave it.
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
You liked it?
Quite a lot, yes.
It was an Oranese map of the waterways?
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Is this Oranese lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself.
She leans even further back to demonstrate.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
We ordered a toxicology report. Any idea what that will show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Let's talk more about this so-called assault. I think we're okay to like push her a little bit more. She seems pretty chill about it all.
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
That's a weird question though. No, let's back it
How
up.
about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
I need to talk to you about your room again.
Yeah?
That's where we left these.
All right.
Should we try this volition thing?
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Miss, how old do you think I am?
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
I don't know. 1, 2. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How old is a newborn cop who doesn't remember he's a cop?
We got our badge on it. Our badge didn't say our age, did it? It might have. I can't remember. I think I'm circa 45.
You're not.
Sure he is. Age is just a number.
Kim's just like, no, you aren't.
Yes, but for him that number is higher than 45.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Date of birth generator. Because we could think about that in the lab. Our cop thing.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Serial.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose. One that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry, at least to make your...
The badge in your hands shines as you wrote. The man keeps winking, but the badge is new. You good choice. 8, maybe 10.
I don't think any of this says anything about my age. I don't think it matters. We just got that thought. We're probably just meant to think about it.
Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun.
We've
The
been
badge
through
in
all
your
this.
hand.
We could go talk to that guy downstairs. Our fun Titus friend. I think we're done with her for now. I've got to talk to Titus. I'm actually just going to go to the bathroom really quickly. I'll run an ad. I won't be long. I won't do a full break. It'll be like 1 minute. Hit up the old ad. I don't think I'm able to actually run an ad yet, or I don't think I can run an ad yet. Did I actually run? That might pop up in 5 minutes. I don't know what I'm doing with this ad crap. I do know we are about to talk to this Titus. Check in with her first, I guess. Shouldn't be anything new.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Good. And nothing to say to you either, lady.
It's you again. What is it?
We've got some things to talk about. Especially how we suspect there was some suspicion on that. The audio recording being edited, yeah. Sounded like it was heavily edited and pieced together to make him sound worse. That's a spicy one. Would we ever want to say that? I talked to Joyce, the merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. We could make him scared, maybe. First, we should talk about what we want to, in case we make him even more upset than he already is. So I talked to Classy about the tape.
And?
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens, jaw sets, ready for another blow.
And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
He shakes his head in disbelief.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Are we intentionally trying to stir this guy up now? Because if he gets emotional, he might start saying stuff that could be useful.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems
He's
like they
pissed.
wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors. Titus.
Visitors. Her voice is a bit softer than earlier. And she's always there trying to tell him to chill.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
What should we say? I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along. You don't have to say everything out loud. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. Ooh. She handled the mercenary well enough. That could be a bit too much. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine.
Yeah. You're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
The Mesk says with a philosophical look in his eyes.
Yeah, underdose isn't an actual word.
Underdose.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober.
I guess we should say one. Probably not going to say the denial thing. Maybe she's still in denial. Our rhetoric told us we don't have to say everything out loud. I kind of feel like saying one, though. I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along.
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Yeah, guys, we should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Cool. That might help in further talks. That's probably a big deal. I'm not going to say the denial thing. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. They're confused. This is growing over their heads.
Come on, Titus. It's been a long day.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
tired
really giving
of
it to
running
these
back
guys.
and forth between you. I can see you're tired too. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
He froze his beer can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
There's a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Ooh, we got it actually. This is godly rhetoric, but we got 83% on this. I'm leaving the Joyce threatening thing for a bit. 83%. We've lost rolls higher than this before. Mentioned surreal play. Everard asked to cooperate. Angus can't take pressure. Discussed 8 party. Confronted about drug trades. Rhetoric 83%. We should be able to do that. Was that a white or red check? Could we just up it a little bit just to make sure, because I really want to hit this. Do you have any rhetoric? Rhetoric? Shit. Give us a little bit of an extra edge. Should be alright.
It's you again. What is it?
$92. Oh my god, we're not going to get much better than this. Let's go. Convince Titus he's being manipulated.
Clausy and his
fucking
playing
serious,
them like
Snake
a
Eyes? We
fiddle.
really got the Snake
Tell them
Eyes?
how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth.
Oh my
There are many
God.
ways to go about it. All of them really good.
I really wanted that one. It was 92% as well. Fucking serious?
God, we've been cooked on some of these rolls. That was the Snake Eyes. The 2 ones. I can't believe that just happened. Well, Quasi is playing them like a fiddle. We're screwed here, though. Sheesh. Critical failure. Sums up most of what we've been doing in this game. Do we just try to, like, sympathize? I'm gonna tell you a little story about Kim here. Will we just, like, make up a story about Kim? He's starting to open up a little bit more. He's obviously upset about Glacier. I know what's going on here. I've been wronged too. I got this fucking dark shadow over my heart.
What the hell are you talking about?
I got fucked by some chick. Fucked real bad.
Look around, cop. These men are dock workers.
I can't believe we failed
They
that.
don't want to hear about your psycho circus.
I don't know, boss. I'm always up for another suicide attempt.
Sheesh.
Yeah, me too. I'm always up to see a cop cry.
You won't hear it. That's enough for the circus now, officer. Let's do procedural questions, or even, why not take a little breather?
These working class oafs don't know how to talk
Is that
about
a red?
feelings.
Oh no, we can
You
try it
shouldn't
again.
have opened up to them. Or
Are we really going to put a skill point in rhetoric to open this back up? I don't know how else we can reopen up those white checks. You put a point in rhetoric and that will open back up. Try it again. It's already so high, I didn't really want to go spending skill points in this. But it's a pretty good skill anyway. I gotta retry that, yeah. Surely we can't get Snake Eyes
It's you
twice in a row.
again. What is it?
$97%.
Convince Titus
Thank
is
you.
being manipulated. Bad idea.
What?
Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter. But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will?
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker.
In he goes. I'm gonna cook this guy.
Just remember, it's about more than Glacier. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick. Because you're a foreigner. Because you work... dude, I'm gonna go for the chick. Because of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you, like in the Dark Ages. Make a display of your corpse.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt. But his voice is strangely calm. It's the classic old man strat. Get the belt out. On a police officer.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
So should we hit Theo before we go to Angus? Turn to Theo. What happens if I keep talking? You're gonna kill me too? In this bar? For nothing? It's a weird statement, but I feel like... Look at Kim first?
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean?
Nod. Just go straight to Angus? Theo's not really going to skits up too hard, is he? It's hard. I think maybe we should settle Theo down. It seems like we should answer Theo first. I don't want to lose my chance of Angus, though. What happens if I keep talking? You're going to kill me, too, in this bar for nothing?
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm too old for a shot like that now.
You hear that, Angus? They're going to kill me, too.
Suddenly, there's an awful ringing in your ears. Your body temperature spikes. You're burning all over with fear.
What is happening?
To your right, you sense the air move. The lieutenant draws his firearm.
Oh, shit, it's on.
You only manage to perform one more movement. An instinctive jerk to your left. Then, no sound. No one screams. It's impossible to say where it comes from.
Do we just die?
More dead.
God, I really did kill us.
The district of Martinez, as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation, but got caught in the dock workers' strike and were gunned down under unclear circumstances.
First time we've got that death, I guess.
Such needless loss of life.
They
is
really
truly
did just
tragic,
kill us.
A local union leader, Everard Clare, commented and added that although the event is truly horrid, we can expect similar incidents to follow if right-wing vigilantes are allowed to run around uncontrolled and try to wriggle their way into well-organized neighborhoods.
I shouldn't have pushed it with Theo then. Dude, bodied. He's got owned. Fortunately, this is a video game, so I can just reload my save file. Seems like such a strange thing to say in this entire experience this is. I feel like I should just stop playing. It's like, we're dead. That's it. Game over. End of the game. That did not go well.
It's you again. What is it?
Well, I think we're back here though before I spent that point. I'm gonna not get Snake Eyes this time.
Convince Titus.
There's got to be something good to come out of this with this role.
Manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might. Fat Angus.
Boys.
Just remember, it's a...
Huh?
He'll get it. Go.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Let's try something else here, maybe. Because they like killing?
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
I don't think Angus is particularly keen on it.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis. She...
He gets a hold of himself. They're also ready to crack and just say stupid things.
They kill you because they think it's funny.
Maybe I should be more extreme. Push this. It's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light their corpses on fire, and piss on them. You don't care.
We didn't light him on fire. No one pissed on him either.
That's it. That's the weak one.
Sort of led to
You
the same
flushed
thing.
him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what
So
you're
I'm
trying to
straight to Angus. Before Theo this time. Hopefully that makes a difference. Or are we just going to die again? Or what? You're going to kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
That's new info. Angus is spilling the beans here. I think he's got a lot of beans.
Shut up, Angus.
Here we go. He was dead before. Yeah, that's crazy. This is the opposite of everything they've said. They've been taking the fall. Like it's always been too obvious. Like right from the start, these guys just admitted it. It's going places now.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
The little guy hits Angus on the back of the head. A loud slap.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Jeez.
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
It's protecting her. Did she kill him? She killed him. Did Claudia kill him? And they're actually just trying to protect her the whole time?
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Ooh, we might be able to find her out there alone then.
What just happened between these two?
Your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard. But she said after a long walk along the coast. The coast. The way she said it as well is weird.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. Whisper, Kim, we did it. That seems inappropriate. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Why? It probably doesn't help that we also put a bullet in the corpse. If they're trying to determine if he was shot, there's probably like at least 2 bullets in the guy then. One of them's mine. My bad, my bad.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural?
Plural.
There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Class J came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
Not in a fun way.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man snickers.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
That's why a window is broken.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8 party?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
That sounds too convenient.
Tibbs. That's short for?
Short for Tiberius?
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's name, Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
Why did we draw that conclusion? Is that something I don't know? Should we apologize first? I don't think you really care. We might lose some authority or something. It might make us seem a bit weak if we apologize. We're meant to be strong-arming them. If Classy didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
I doubt it was one of the mercenaries.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now, threw all that turmoil away, and became himself again. These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb as he looks.
I wonder if we could go up and try to reconstruct the crime scene, use some visual calculus, figure out where Bullet might have come from. Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker? The missing 8 party?
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
Yeah, that was not a no. I think you would give him as a hard no.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Should we say that? Or just push on? Will this do us any favors, saying this? You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boys. And that's it.
Oh, he straight up doesn't like there being a girl in the Hardy Boys crew, but she pretty much is part of the crew. You're going to stonewall me if I ask more about her, aren't you?
Glad you understand that.
So he's not going to answer that. And he's being a bit more reasonable now. Should we just leave it here then? Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Clausia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Well, that was a bunch of good information. We're going to go talk to Classy again now. We're just going back and forth between these two. Look at this window again.
This window is pristine on the
All the
smooth
same?
following your...
Looks like it.
Maybe
Yes.
from outside.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Yeah, we're obviously not backing off. We're getting more and more info. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
Ooh. We could say chill. I'm the cool cop, remember? Or we could strong arm a little bit. You lied to us, miss. What should we say? I do really... This is where we got to pick and choose pretty carefully. She's sort of conceding a bit. Saying, you don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
They're at war. Our rhetoric and our volition.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
The Hardy Boys are not the law. We are.
I know that. But the people around here, they don't see it that way. And if I am to stay here, I need to get along with them.
I think that ship has sailed, lady. That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
To the sea? Where the bullet came from that time?
A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old, old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked? People after her? Moral intern people? This isn't Orani's lit. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewes-Duin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewes-Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lewes-Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo? You're right, this is bad, or... I'm sure there are people who've done much worse than that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people, too, not just C-suite.
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. but that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Alright, please, actually, tell me exactly what happened. We've dug so deep in this, please. You're already in the shit, you may as well just tell us.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position.
Hot.
He had just entered me.
Oh, God.
I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Nasty. Oh, it's brutal.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
We kind of need to push her. I know this is really awkward, but do we have to? Like, I don't want to stop her if she's telling us this shit. But we could make her too upset where she doesn't really want to talk to us anymore. But I'm going to push it. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Shake your head. That's a motherfucker. I said, damn, well, that sucks. Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
What happened after you ran downstairs? This "did you kill Lely" is sort of contrary to everything she's saying. I kind of believe everything she's saying. What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby is the other lady that they were talking about? The 8th Hardy, the drug trafficker? Is that Ruby?
Ruby?
Yeah, before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Leader? Oh.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower. to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
This is concurrent with your doubts at the autopsy about the coloring being.
I knew it. The colouring in his lower limbs looked faint, or better not to remark. Let's just say it, I guess. I knew it. The colouring in his lower limbs looked faint.
About half an hour had passed since the moment of death.
She nods.
You were late. The marks would be faint by that time.
He makes a small pointing motion with his pen. It's meant for you. Were we actually wrong? Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Back to Titus again.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why
Back and
did
forth
this
with these
Ruby
two.
go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
But maybe it did? Probably didn't. We could be a bit more chilled and just say, either way, something to consider.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
If they want to kill me, they'll kill me. If they want to toy with me, they will. She's come to this conclusion weeks ago.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
Goddamn Kuno.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Impossible? When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Matches up with what Titus said?
You should have another look at that window after this.
Yeah, that's what I was keen to do that.
Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom? Inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Now we may as well ask. You said you studied Oronese Lit. What is with this fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it. After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
Not going to ask that. I think we're done here. For now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, and then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Dude, the drama. Is this even a good thing? Every time it's a check, I assume that something good must come from it. 42% drama. We can definitely get a lot more dramatic. I guess we'll try that. We could put on our drama shirt. We got a few dramatic things, don't we? Oh, the bow tie, yeah. Got lots of drama. So we've got to remember this drama suit. This is our drama suit.
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
What a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
92%.
But we are awake, sire.
Serious?
She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached.
That's twice we've failed over 90% rolls tonight. The last one was a straight snake eyes. That wasn't even snake eyes. That was an actual roll. Just a low roll. We got hit on the 92%.
If you have doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
Just a proposition. Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational, but more illegal?
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent? Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur.
So
it looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further.
I can put a point in drama and retry it. Our drama's already so high though. Oh, it's high because of the cloves though, isn't it? We got 2 skill points. Fuck it, let's just do it.
I was just thinking.
97.
What a nice day for.
Who?
Good lord, if that
What?
failed again,
Dear
uninstalls.
God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and willow wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
This is very dramatic though. Do we actually want to do this? Because she could just be lying this entire time, really. I'm a little too trusting of these people. We could have gone and talked to Titus first. This is all sort of dramatic speculation, though. You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
I don't know if we should be listening to our drama in all
What
of this.
time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
I don't know. I always feel like if there's a role and we succeed, it must be a lead onto something good, wouldn't it? But We're really giving it to her here. We got to go talk to Titus anyway. We'll just try this stuff out. Anyone could know the number, and that someone coughed. It means nothing.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you officers, but I am now.
Your real name isn't... these are all sort of lame. Your real name isn't Claudia Armando.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly, like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good. You can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
You're probably not even Miss Aranya 37, are you? Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just
We probably could have found that at some point.
Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Maya Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where is this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
Now we have to check this out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past a broken sewage pipe. Right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism. It also makes Clausia almost an alacronym for Katarzyna Alazia.
Wait, Clausia is an abbreviation of this name?
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Clausia?
Who gave it to you?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
Hold on, Katarzyne is not an Oranese name, is it? It's not even Mundi. It's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alazia is my father's name.
Alazia. I'll keep calling you Clausia, just to make it comfortable, not use a name.
That's cool.
She looks at the ashtray, then up at you.
She doesn't feel like a Clausia. She feels like nothing.
Enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Get strong arm a little bit. She's just been constantly lying to us, so she's starting to piss me off now. I thought she was cool, but she's just lying. So we've got to come down on her a little bit here and be like, yo, you got to chill the fuck out a bit. What if I told you you're under arrest, Clausia?
Clausia.
She repeats with a pained smile on her face, her back pressed against the railing.
It was my first real boyfriend who gave me that name. He never recovered from the shit we went through. Because of me.
Who was he?
He was a writer. He made Oranese lit. And I destroyed him.
She looks you in the eye, her mouth quivering.
I know I'm shit. I know. But I haven't done anything. At least nothing illegal.
Except for all the drugs and probably like all the illegal stuff she's been talking about.
Failure to aid a police investigation.
I'm sure there's plenty we could put her on.
She purposefully misrepresented information
That's one
crucial
thing.
to the case. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
We're actually taking her in? I mean, at this point, I was being sympathetic and nice to her, but at this point...
Please, no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further off. Dude, I'm worried that she could, jump off the edge or something if we push her too hard. She's not going to go in.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot her? Oh, she lies so much. We could straight up just arrest her right now, but we may as well keep her talking. And we do need to go talk to Titus again. As they keep saying she's a flight risk. We come back up here again, she might be gone. What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Oh, really? Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what is that? I feel like we know what she's talking about, yeah.
Sex.
Mm-hmm. That was
and
obvious.
More. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't.
Ooh.
It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me.
That'll do it.
She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
I knew what it sounds like, that's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. Almost as if she's like, yep, I told you, I warned you. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan. This is a familiar theory. Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself, the lynching? She's covering her own murder. When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window of her room. And how could she have killed him?
She could have had access to the roof. You've noticed that door there, right? Maybe it leads downstairs.
Or this door. I didn't notice that at all, to be honest.
She could have come to the roof through that. Then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
Is she right about, like, being concerned about people being after her, or was that all just nonsense? I'm a little tempted to take her in. I'm a little tempted to. It's been mentioned a few times she's a flight risk. She could bail. If we take her in, at least we've still got her for, like, potential questioning. Maybe. We can say, okay, I'll keep you here, miss, for now, and back off. I don't like how it says step a little bit closer. I think maybe we should just leave her be for now. Something bad will probably happen if we do this. She's pretty on edge. Okay, I'll keep you here, miss, for now. Oh, dearie.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
I'm not sure about that.
Something tells you.
Yeah.
You will.
Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Yeah, this is bad. Let's just change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath.
I feel like if we leave,
in the presence of some tiger,
she might not be there anymore. We gotta go talk to Titus. We gotta reconstruct this crime scene as well. Oh, that door. We gotta poke at this door. I've never noticed this door. Let's do an actual hard save as well. We've been through so much.
the same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed.
Physical instrument, 0. I don't think we're going to get that one done. But we're like currently thinking about this crap, aren't we? And it's very low anyway. Do we have to get in there? There must be other ways around this. Oh, the crime scene. Do we need visual calc? We can take our drama gear off. I think anything visual calc is going to help, yeah. Minus, that's not great. I don't think we have anything to help, but I think it's already pretty high. What shirt was I wearing? We'll put our muscle tank top on. Dad's gonna... I wonder what 1 point will change with this door.
The same small, heavy door.
That's not going to happen.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are 2 neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. A 2-hearted spider.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could the shot have come from inside the room, a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
So I guess we're working under the assumption of the information we've been told and seeing if it all pieces together. If we take away the assumption, then we're just randomly guessing. Could there have been another point of origin further away, like a sniper or something?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate.
You would need a map for that. A map of Martinez.
There was that's where, we do know where a map was. There was a map on sale in the bookstore, a map of Martinez. We need one.
You're thinking, what if the shot didn't come from the roof?
Yep.
There was a map in the bookstore. We should come back with it. Compare the landscape to the radius of the shot.
Thank you for reminding me and not just saying we need a map. I completely forgot there was a map. I'm sure we can afford it now. Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Alright, we need the map and we need to talk to Titus. I gotta go get another drink. I'll do a quick ad break. I'll do an actual BRB break. We gotta talk to Titus. We gotta get a map. A lot's happening though. This is like, I feel like this is, in the past 2 hours, we've had more of the main story progress than like 20 hours of actually playing the game. Just talking about whatever those were, those cryptids. We still need to talk to Titus. We'll go grab that map. Oh, I don't know. Is it too late? The shop might be closed. Is this shop going to be closed? Oh, look, still open? Sweet. It was up here, wasn't it?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside
about
the
this?
alcove. The maps look old and faded.
Map of Martinez. This could work, maybe.
Low 28%. -1. Angry storekeeper stare down. Let's buy this. It's 90 cents.
Be informed of your surroundings.
God, that's the map. Now we can actually fast travel as well. I wonder if it takes time. Wow, look at this. A map. It's an old map, yeah, when the Ferris wheel was there. This is how it all looked like when it was bustling, when it was first set up and things were happening. Is that something under construction? What's with all these dudes? Cool. And the statues in place. This is Revachol back when it was bustling, happening, before it all went to shit. Cool. Go back up and finish reconstructing that crime scene before we talk to Titus. I want to keep pushing on, but I do really need to take a quick break. I'll do an ad break again.